Hey, hey, good people. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, hey, fam, what's good? Hey, welcome back, welcome back to another show of This is Real Talk with K and J. Of course, K is not available today, so old J will be initiating his first part of the Dog Pound series. So all of you out here is just Jay doing his thing. So we're gonna do some real talk with the dog, aka in the Dog Pound. Katrina sends her love. She said she'll be back as soon as she can. Couple of more weeks. I'm thinking maybe one more Wednesday, two more Wednesdays, and she should be able to join us back. So the anticipated Dog Pound. So of course this is just Jay and his take on things, what we do and what we do and how we do it from a male perspective. Of course, I don't have my female counterpart with me. So today's topic is one that we had to bring back because several people wanted to have that conversation. Today's topic is bring the quickie back, aka BQB for all of you who have been following us. So, of course, this is coming from a male perspective, and this is how we do things. Um, so we're going to get right into it, right? So we know that traditionally, um, ladies and all of the songs that we listen to, all of the lyrics, all of the rap songs, everybody wants to do it for hours and hours and hours, right? Well, ain't nobody doing it for hours and hours and hours. Everybody can't have champagne showers. That's just things that you can't have. Hey, hey, Laura, again, thanks for everybody tuning in. I'm on a different device today, so everything looks totally different. I'm trying to catch the comments as they come, but we're going to keep this thing going. So the first thing I wanted to say is, in a relationship, one of the things we hear ladies talk about all the time is I want to have spontaneity. Things need to be spontaneous. Things don't need to be planned. But yet and still, a lot of you out there say, I don't want no quickie. I don't do no quickies. If we ain't got all day, we can't do it. Hey, hey, what's going on, D? So what do you mean you can't do it if you want spontaneity? That's what spontaneity is. Spontaneity is right then, right there, out of the blue. Things that are not planned, things that are not done. We don't have a script for how we have our relationship, right? We're in a relationship, we're in a courtship, we're in a marriage, and sometimes things begin to be a little routine. You go to work, you come back, you take your kids somewhere, you fix dinner, you say, "Ooh, I'm tired, it's time to go to bed." A lot of us repeat that 5 days a week, but we don't look at the time to nurture our relationship. Or I think the key word to this is be intentional at keeping your relationship spicy. So one of the things that we talked about in a previous live, probably about a year ago, was this topic of the quickie and how the quickie has gotten such a bad name because of the word quickie. It's unscheduled. It's when you can get it. It's spontaneous. You can't plan it all the time. Sometimes you just got to do it when you can do it. Sometimes that's in the bathroom. Sometimes that's in the shower. Sometimes that's in between them taking naps. Sometimes it's calling and saying, "Hey, meet me back at the house for lunch." But the word quickie has gotten such a negative connotation over the years. But what adds that spice into your life? What creates that moment for you to have intimacy when it's not planned? When the grandmoms and the brothers and sisters can't take the kids, when you don't have a 3 or 4 day vacation. So we talked about that and bringing the quickie back and doing things just because they happen, right? Just because it happens, just because you have the opportunity, just because the thought crossed your mind. When you're talking about keeping spice in, then the quickie has to be part of that because it allows you to express whatever that is that you need to express in the moment and the time that you have to express it. You know, it's great in the day and age of sexting and texting. Those things are great. Those things build to the moment that is planned for you to do things. But this is just in the heat of the moment, and why bringing back the quickie, and the word quickie has such a negative connotation. We talk about things that men do and sometimes things that women don't like, such as, ladies, how many of you find it a bad or negative thing when the man walks behind you, your man that is, walks behind you and slaps you on the butt? Men see that as a term of endearment. Men also see that as trying to give you a signal. Hey, hey, that thing's looking good. We might need to get together as quickly as we can. Now, why do we say that that's not a good thing? You know, this is where I need some feedback from the crowd and the people, that the viewers that are watching. Why is it that we say this is not a good thing? Because this opens you up to so many opportunities, so many moments, so many things that weren't planned. It is the spontaneity that most of you will write down on your sheet of paper that you want to have in your relationship. But through time and time and time, we've all talked about how that word, the quickie, has kind of been a negative thing. Doesn't mean that you don't get the opportunity to have a long night of love making. This also says that, hey, maybe you just need to take this moment, and it is what it is while it is. And we, you know, we got to get our groove on the way we can get it on. Life is life, and life is ever changing, life is ever flowing. So things need to be do that. A slap on the butt, and I really can't see this just because I'm on a different device, at the right place at the right time. How does a girl like that? And let's go. Hey, these are things that happen. This is when you're not thinking about what's going to happen. You haven't planned it. You're not tired. We're not in bed talking about I got a headache. I work too much. A quickie is the best sex. Hey, so now we got some quickie fans on here. We got some team bring the quickie back on this live, Miss B. We got to do it when you have the opportunity. Life will force you to become routine, and just our jobs and just the responsibilities that we have. But this adds a piece of spice into your relationship that can maybe you can't schedule that night, right? Or maybe some of us on the live will schedule our nights, but then all of a sudden it becomes routine. And then you're like, Lord, it's Thursday night. I got to go home. I got to see my husband. Well, that's what the spontaneity is for. And that's why we are champions. Most men are champions of the quickie, because the quickie infuses energy. It infuses excitement. It is the anticipation of the unexpected. And that brings a lot. Hey, there it is, Team BQB. That brings a lot back into what you and your mate does. You know, money long right now is hot. I embrace the quickies. Hey, it's what we do, especially with a fresh cooked pizza for dinner. Hey, it's what we do. Things happen. Stay in the moment. You know, keep your little cayenne pepper and your jalapenos, your jalapenos. Keep all that stuff in your relationship to keep things spicy, right? In the day and age of work, some of us are in school, so you got to get off work. You got to get home, get exactly 6 o'clock. We got to get on the Zoom. That's going to take to 8. Have we fed the kids? These are opportunities, and they can be intentional opportunities to share and express the love, the relationship, and the passion in your relationship. You know, hours and hours and hours and hours and getting it all night long and all of that. There's a time and a place for it. But you, to do all night long, definitely have to have a time and a place and all of the opportunity. What if that doesn't happen all day, every day? What if that doesn't happen but once a month? What if that doesn't happen but every 2 weeks? What do we do to impart the very thing that most ladies say they want out of a relationship, which is the spontaneity. That is a spontaneous expression of love. Um, when I go back and you think about things that people say, in relationships, or we hear on this live, I'm so busy, sometimes I don't take time for myself. Well, if you're busy and you can't take time for yourself, imagine what that looks like in a relationship. Imagine how that works or that doesn't work. And we do know, ladies and gentlemen that are on, that can we all, by show of hands or amen, admit that sex plays an important role in a relationship? Now, where you place the sex in a relationship is on you, but sex does play a role in a relationship. The feeling of being wanted, right? The feeling of being wanted, the feeling of knowing that someone is in your corner, the feeling of, wow, she just walked in and she looked good. Let me tell her about herself. That stuff is very important. And it's very hard to have a very productive relationship when everything is planned. Career paths. Trina and I both have very strong careers. Mine takes me 12, 13 hours a day. But if I did not have the wherewithal to make time to make sure that I'm intentional in keeping the fire burning in my relationship, then what happens? Everything becomes mundane. Everything becomes routine. So we talked about that. We talked about things that men do that sometimes ladies may misunderstand. And a tap on the butt, a slap on the butt, a kiss on the forehead, whatever he does in the manner that he does it, is not always to get on your nerves. Sometimes it's to express, hey, how's it going? Sometimes it's to express the love and the lust that an individual has at that particular moment. Again, I go back to, are there any ladies on this live that said that they didn't want to have spontaneity in their relationship? I'll wait, while I take a sip, I'm gonna wait. Anybody? Going once? Going twice? Oh, okay. So when you're thinking about spontaneity and you're thinking about the things men do, don't think it in the aspect that we're always trying to hurt you or do something. There must be spontaneity. There has to be spontaneity, right? So in spontaneity, that can appear in any shape or fashion. Hey, many of you on dates. When you're on dates and your man reach back there and grab you on your derriere, why do you think that that's a bad thing? I get bored very quickly. We can't be in routines. Routines are boring. Routines may be efficient. Routines may make you productive, but routines don't always lend to the progression of your relationship. We got to take some time out, be intentional, and do some things that are not planned. Spontaneous, unexpected is something that keeps the fire burning, keeps you wanting more, or keeps you looking forward to the next time, or creates a pattern to where both of you now have started to do things that are spontaneous. And then that spontaneity creates a better relationship. And having a quickie is what it is. Is you're trying to maximize the time that you get with the one that you with to do the things that you need to do. That's all that is. But again, speaking in terms of environment and today's talk and the things that happen, sometimes spontaneity does, or quickie that is, does get a very bad rap. We talk about some things sometimes and it doesn't work. You got to keep it spicy. Some things happen that are just innate. Our sense, the way we smell, the way we walk, the way we say some words, Um, Ladies, let's go back to old LL Cool J. When I say LL Cool J, what's the first thing you think about? I'm pretty sure for ladies, it is not the rap songs. LL Cool J made a living off of what? Licking his lips. And that seemed to drive everybody crazy. I need love. Okay, rap song. But you can't tell me that you never watched him lick his lips, because that's one of the first things ladies usually say. Because that at that point aroused you or caught your attention, them lips caught your attention, or it made you think about something. The same thing that you have to do in your relationship. You have to find things that catches your mate's eye and attention. And sometimes that's just really listening. Most men and women will tell you what colors you look great in. Women will identify that cologne that they like the most. Um, Women will do all of these things. Men, it's your job to listen. It's our job to understand that. It's our job to know, hey, if she likes me in red, although I don't like wearing red, it makes I'm allergic. I break out. Not really. It's just a joke. I don't like wearing red, but if she tells me I look good in red and we going out, hey, I might have to throw on a red shirt. You do things to keep your relationship spicy. Bringing the quickie back. Wherever you do it at is wherever you do it at. It happens. That is a part of life. That is a part of nature. That is a part of two human beings kind of being intertwined in this thing that we call love and relationship. Take the time to bring the spontaneity back. Take the time to be creative. Um, Take the time to know your partner, right? What do you do to your mate, your husband, your partner that kind of signals to them that you may want some special attention? Do you know what that is? Have you paid attention to that? Everybody gives out these cues. Our goal in the relationship or our job is to identify what those are. And if we're really not looking to do it, we're really not paying attention, then we miss those opportunities, right? We miss those opportunities to capitalize on the moment. That's what happens. If you don't capitalize on the moment and you're not paying attention to what's going on, then you miss stuff. You miss the ability to have the quickie because you didn't pick up on the cues. You know, we say it all the time. What happens? One of the things that most men have a fantasy about is being able to come home and the lady opens the door and she's in a trench coat. Is that not a signal of what should be about to happen and what's about to come? The same thing happens when you get out of the shower. Is that the time? Or getting in the shower with the person? Is that the time? What does that say? We have to be intentional about seeing when our windows are to express our love from a physical standpoint. Texting I love you, saying I love you, cards, roses, and gifts are great, but the expression, the physical expression, um, your body yearns for that and looks for that. Robin Givens. Yeah, the trench coat. Hey, the trench coat was there. All we needed was trench coat and heels. That's all. That's all. For ladies, it's okay if you can't wear heels anymore. Go and put them flats on and come on, come on and open the door. We got to do things to be intentional to keep that spice in our life, right? Let's talk about seafood. Seafood. Do we eat bland seafood or do we eat seafood that's spicy? Right? That's what we got to do. We got to remember. We got to remember how that works. I can tell you something else. Oh, it's the heels for me. See, that's what I'm talking about later. The heels. Come on, back me up, Miss B. The heels make you stand upright. It elongates the legs and the frame, and it makes that calf muscle just bulge out a little more at the back. It becomes a little more profound. That's what heels do, ladies. That is a turn on for a lot of men. It is the heels. Can you walk in the heels? As they say, are you strutting in the heels? Those are things that we look at It makes it makes the booty toot up better. Hey, it's what we do. Remember, the topic is bringing the quickie back. What are things that moves you to the quickie? Oh, and the dress. It's a weapon. That's my weapon. Okay, all right, with the weapon. So when we know what we know, then we need to use those things. So put on your red dress and them high heels and some of that sweet perfume. It sure looks good on you. Mm. Sometimes, we tell you what we want. Sometimes we sing it in a song. Sometimes we pat you on the butt. Sometimes we kiss you on the forehead. Sometimes we might reach out and grab body parts. It is what it is. Not to be mistaken as being disrespectful. Not to be mistaken as he's always grabbing on me. Now, man, there's a caveat to all of this, too. You can't draw back and hit somebody on the butt and then be about to knock them down now. We got to do what we got to do. But be sensual in what you do. Be gentle in what you do. Those are things that gets people attention. That gets the juices flowing or the ideals flowing. Again, in the redundance of what we do, sometimes we forget what we did to keep the person in the relationship to begin with. Right? Because we've all agreed that sex is important. So whether it is flirting, whether it's sexting, I remember once the last show we had this topic. The lady said, I take pictures of my legs because my husband like my legs or my boyfriend like my legs, and I send him a picture of my legs from up under the desk. So I raise my skirt up a little bit. Whatever it is that needs to happen, happens. In the day of emojis, people, because emojis stand for so many things, They got an attitude, all the senses, that's what we mean is hearing the word, seeing it, saying it, perfume, cologne. All right, chocolate, honey, whipped cream. Oh, wait a minute now. Miss B done started going into the refrigerator and pulling out some of the stuff out the refrigerator. But we're going to talk about that. I think that's going to be the next dog pound session, is taking the refrigerator to the bedroom. I think we'll talk about that next. Taking the refrigerator to the bedroom. You have all of these things at your disposal. You have all of these things to keep the spice in a relationship going. Seize the moment, learn your mate, and do those things that provide the spontaneity and the freshness in a relationship. It takes time. It takes energy. It takes effort. I think, saying being intentional is more than a notion in the fact of having someone. How about, I can't read that because I got a new phone. Okay. How about a belly dancer to spice things up? Hey, that works for me. Maybe you learn it. Are you the belly dancer? That would even be even better. We got to do what we got to do, y'all. Think about nights when you just at home chilling and your day is done and you're tired. Have you put on some music? Have you put on some Luther? Well, let me take that back. Did you put on some Luther? Not little, big Luther, not little Luther. Did you put him on? If you like some old school, did you put on Earth, Wind, and Fire? Who are the people that sing the songs that kind of do emotion? That's it, Luther Vandross, Luther. Who are those people that kind of can help you along your journey to get to the quickie? And sometimes the quickie leads to extended sessions, and the quickie may not always end up being a quickie. The point is, the moral of this story is, You have to be intentional. You have to take the time to learn your mate. You have to take the time to be intimate. You have to take the time to do the things that he or she likes to do because, again, we're kind of going to tell you that. Your mates, your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your husband will always tell you that. Hey, there's opportunities all the time to click on the link in the caption and you can join us on screen. Make sure you like, click, and share, comment, subscribe, do all of the things that we need to do. Again, I am on a different device today, so it may show up a little different, but we'll be back to the regular devices here soon. I like the poll. I'll get a portable poll. All right, with Anthony Hammond. Now, see, Lord, that's what we talking about, Lord. See, you talking about the poll, Lord. You talking about the poll from Amazon that's 99. Oh, wait a minute. I'm saying too much. Yeah, the portable poll. Hey, there's nothing wrong with livening up the relationship that you're a part of. It's nothing wrong. I let that slip, Miss B. I'm sorry. Hey, $99. And hey, if you customize it for 130, you can make it purple with red flames if that's what you want. I don't know anything about that. I'm just saying what I heard. Things happen. Lingerie. Ladies, when the last time you bought some lingerie? When the last time you wore lingerie for your mate? Matter of fact, let's even bag that up. When's the last time you wore lingerie for yourself? When the last time you put on your good smell goods after you got out the shower when you was greasing them legs? Okay. When you was greasing them legs and you was putting that baby oil on or that cocoa butter or whatever the oil is. When you take time to appreciate yourself and you wearing that, this is what we need to do. Sounds like a wedding gift. Hey, it's on the way. Hey, we can handle it. There are things that you can do, people, to make sure that you keep the spice alive. Doesn't cost much. Some of these online stores are selling them a ton. I don't know what is it, Shein, or whatever. You can find all kind of stuff on there. They got Shein for men, Shein for women, all the sections. You can get what you want when you want it. They ship it right to your door. You never have to leave the house. These are things that you can do to take care of. Shein.com. There it is. These are things that you got to do. We got lingerie every time we go to the store. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Real story. Real story. I like a lady who wears lingerie. So, there's a certain store that every time I go in, I don't see any men, but I go in it faithfully. See, I don't have a problem going to buy undergarments for the missus. Men, it's nothing more sexual to the lady than if you know her bra size and you know her panty size and you go buy her panty and bra sets. Boy, she'll keep them bra sets on all the time. And what happened? That's an investment in you. That's an investment in what you do. That's what I'm talking about, Dwayne. That's what we got to do. So you just got to go. You have to invest in your relationship. And sometimes that is investing in your lady, right? That is it. Sometimes we got to do what we got to do. It's all about spice. It's all about being intentional. And it's not that we're trying to be more than everybody else or buy the most expensive thing. Nobody said go out there and buy La Perla underwear. We didn't say that. But if you can, cool. What we're talking about, it's just going on over there to Lane Bryant. Old Lane Bryant, that every 3 months they may or may not run a sale for that underwear. That underwear to be like 5 for $35. I like to purchase those. Yes, that lingerie sounds good. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That may be a place we go. I like to purchase my own pieces because I like to surprise him with new people. All right now. All right. So she gonna take his and hers. She gonna get everything. I start planning the Tiffany. Okay, Liz. I start the email and I work my way. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. We have to get to a point And we're talking about lingerie. So let's highlight that. Lingerie works for him, but the purchase of lingerie always also works for the lady. That is a part of self-esteem. That's a part of love. That's a part of self-love. That's a part of treating yourself. All of that in the realm of everybody's trying to lose weight. That's a sure way to see all of the changes that your body has made and how much people love who you are, right? Here we go. What is it, Lizzo, who is gonna make sure that BBWs are on the front of every magazine. Lizzo has no problem showing her assets. So I will say that it's okay. Now didn't say that you got to do it in public. Always, handle your business in private. But there's things to do. So there's places to go. Be intentional about finding time to have love and sex. Be intentional about doing the things. He said literally, ass is everywhere, sir. You're right. Be intentional about finding things that turn your mate on. Be intentional about creating spontaneous moments in a relationship, right? That word intentional, we could talk about that. That word intentional shows up probably in every live that we do. Be intentional. Be intentional. Finding out your mate's favorite color. Man, if you don't know what your lady's favorite color is, I'm here to tell you, you're doing something wrong. If you can't answer that question today, wait till she go to work and come back home and start looking in the closet and count how many pieces and figure out what her favorite color is. Because asking her at this point doesn't do you any good. Find out what her favorite color is. Buy her something that's her favorite color. If you're liking heels, buy a pair of heels. Man, if she says she can't wear no heels no more, we got to find something else. Get some chunky heels. Get some wedges. We have to do what we got to do to show interest in our lady. And in return, the lady always will turn around and show interest in what you're doing. It's a two-way street. We got to pay attention. We got to be intentional. We got to make sure that we're showing the other person attention, that we're showing the other person that we're in it for the long haul, that we're in it to win it, not just here for the moment. If you don't, then sometimes those are things that are on the top of the list of why women feel unfulfilled or men feel unfulfilled or relationships falter. If you are really into studying that you into relationships and all of those things, you'll find out that people say, well, my marriage just got normal. My marriage just got mundane. Sometimes sending flowers would do it. There it is. Hey, that benefit of flowers, as much as I detest flowers, I send flowers too. Sending flowers, that's something that lasts even longer than the moment. That's something that the flower actually creates more moments. The flower can initiate a moment, and then she goes back to work. If that's where you sent them and she left them there, and she goes back to work the next day, those flowers may create a whole nother moment. We have to do things that are intentional. We have to do things that kind of impress upon the mind of our mates that we are still interested. We still find you sexy. We still find you cute. We still want you. We still want to do the things that we need to do. Oh, watch out now. Sometimes a can of whipped cream. See, y'all gonna make me go into the next week's show. We gotta just take our time and be inventive. Take our time and learn each other. Do things with your mate that normally you wouldn't do. Man, your lady go get her feet done. What's the problem with you getting your feet done? Now, I didn't say you got to put polish on your toenails, but I'm just wondering if there's a problem with you going to participate in self-care. That's something that you should be doing anyway. These are things that, as traditionally, we have been told that that's not the manly thing to do. You shouldn't be going to get your feet done. Why not? They're your feet. They take care of you. You walk on them all day, every day. He wanted to buy him cologne. All right. Okay. And we have to figure that out. Laura may have a sensitive nose. We got to figure out what that cologne is. What is it that she likes, right? Does she like bold? Does she like spicy? Does she like something that's mellow? Does she like a cologne with a powdery scent? Um, I am a cologne guy. Probably got 200 and something bottles. That's the last time I counted. That was a long time ago. I am a cologne guy. I'm a watch guy as well. I probably own way too many watches, and I keep buying. Too many to the point that sometimes I have to go get batteries because I haven't worn them enough. Go get them toes done. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got to do what we have to do. Remember what I said. Purchasing lingerie works for both of you. Same with getting your feet done. Same with going places. Same with the spontaneity and the acts of kindness and the acts of love and those small gestures really promotes the relationship. Um, and like that commercial says, Nugenics. If you take it, you'll see the difference, and she'll like it too. Putting in the effort, doing the things that you do will translate from the boardroom to the bedroom, from the computer stand to the nightstand, to the bed, to the floor, to wherever. Those things lend to the next thing. It also keeps things going. It keeps the conversation going. It keeps people being. I think a word that we haven't used is passionate, right? Keeping passion, keeping all of those things at the forefront of the relationship. If you are not investing in that, then we're doing something wrong. And ladies, again, don't hate on the quickie. The quickie is a simple and pure form of I'm sharing my love, my sexuality, my lust. You did something that got my attention. And let me let you know that you got my attention. Hey, bring the quickie back and make it something that's a regular part of your life. It can't be wrong if you're doing it right. That's about the biggest statement I have. It can't be wrong if you're doing it right. These are conversations, right? We're talking about being in a relationship and being with men or husbands that you've done for a while. So we've had all of those preliminary conversations. So by this time, we should be vested. So I should be able to go out and buy underwear. I should be able to go out and know what her favorite color is. I should be able to know if she wears heels or I need to buy her wedges or maybe she just needs a pair of flats. We should be able to know that about each other. She should be able to know what colors I like to wear, what brand I like to wear. She should be able to say, oh, I just smelled this cologne that came in the flyer in the mail. I think you'll like this. These are all things that show interest. These are all things that also could be the jumping off of the quickie. Interest. When you show genuine interest in people that you're with, they tend to show you that interest back. There's no reason for you to be in a relationship and be sexually frustrated unless the sex is just not what you want. There's no reason to be so ordinary and routine in life because we'll all say it. Life throws us a bunch of curveballs. We got twists and turns. We have to turn and twist the same way to keep our relationship on track, to keep the things that we do with each other moving in the right direction. So, ladies, at this point, tell me some things that you would love to see men do. Quick expressions of their love or their appreciation for who you are. What are those things that you like to see done? or you wish that they would do, or you like to see more of. You can throw those in the chat and we'll keep this live going. And I'll keep trying to read them as much as I can. These are ideas because we got 2, 3, 4 men on there. So, you're helping us men folk out. You're helping us men folk out. I'm advocating for the Quickie. I think the Quickie is the simple and purest form. It is what it is. There's no talking. Well, it may be. There's no script. Well, it may be. In other words, we are singularly focused on getting something done. At that point, nothing else matters. We're going to express the love for each other in this 10, 15, 20, 30-minute session that we got. We're going to be better for it. We're going to breathe. We're going to get a cigar, or we're going to drink a cup of coffee or grab a Coke, and we're going to continue to do what we do. Because we got to make sure that we're intentional and we're showing love the best way that we can. And sometimes that's definitely not planned. And then the bad part about plans is you don't control the rest of your day. So planning to do something at 6:30 and you end up not getting off till 7. Planning to do something at 9 and the children get sick, so we have to seize the moment. Thank y'all in advance. Dwayne, they don't want to put nothing up, Dwayne. They not add nothing to the conversation. We said flowers. We talked about underwear, lingerie, and lingerie, and all those good things. We talked about perfume. We talked about mani and pedis. Ladies, what are other things that you would like to see men do in the relationship that kind of signal to you, hey, this man thinks I'm sexy, this man thinks I'm hot, and he's all in because I turned him on? What are those things, those signals that men have given you that you picked up on and said, oh, I like that, I wasn't expecting that? This is a share kind of form right here. It's not all about us talking to you. It's about you sharing with us, because clearly there could be some things that I don't know that somebody is doing and vice versa. So let's do that. Let's share. I cannot see that. Oh, she says, look, I'm a foodie. Oh, okay. So you like strawberries and cream, huh? You like diced pineapples and chocolate syrup and all of that kind of stuff. Okay, foodie. I see where you at. I see where Laura's coming from. We're gonna take the food off her plate and apply it to her, let her be the plate. We got Laura. Now, Laura just giving us the roadmap for Laura. Anybody else want to share something that kind of takes them down that road of, hey, we might need to have a Quickie, or this man is into me, I need to make some time because we got some unfinished business that we need to take care of? Anybody else like to share? Come on, Q. I know I saw you on here, Q. Come on, tell me something. This is about what we do. Donuts, fruit roll. Okay, fruit roll-ups. Oh, okay. All right. I see the fruit roll-ups. All right now, Dwayne. What kind of you got strawberry, Dwayne? You got strawberry ones? Oh, what we say, rub the middle part of that thigh and give me that look. Oh, okay, all right. So Dee Dee likes to touch. She wants somebody to rub on a little bit. A nurturing man is not for me. Okay, he's a healing genius. I would choose. All right. I see we got to put a little work, Lord. We got to put, the variety pack. Dwayne said, no, I don't want strawberry. I want all the flavors. Dwayne said he want to taste the rainbow. We got to get to a point, people, where these are random conversations. These should be conversations that you had in your home. If you're gun shy on the screen, that typically means you may be gun shy in your relationship. This may be something we need to work on. This is communication. This is what keeps things hot. This is what keeps things passionate. This is what keeps things going. These are what things bring the spontaneity that leads to the Quickie, because we want the Quickie, because we just said that the Quickie is one of the summa cum laude expressions of love, right? It's spontaneous. It's bam, bam, right there. It just happens. If you actively listen at the same time, Bro, how you like your bacon? Oh, okay, all right. Oh, there she is. There she is, cooking rice meal, nude with some high heel. Uh-huh. See, now we talking. See, now we talking. So Q said she gonna be in the kitchen with them heels on. See, it takes that. When you're feeling confident about yourself and you in that sex and you got your sexy back and you know you got it going on, Miss B, that hair's laid, that Maybelline queen is on just right, them eyebrows is hitting, that when the breeze come by, that perfume is smelling. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Oh, you're gonna get all the attention. All the cooking utensils will come out. Everything will be used. The buffet will be open. We just have to be intentional and remember that our relationship deserves that. We have to be intentional enough to know that this has to happen. We have to keep that on the forefront of our relationship. Y'all don't like being spontaneously. I can't see that word. Oh, okay, spanked. Okay, all right, okay. Well, that happens. That happens. Q said, yes, ma'am, with the heels and bacon. Hey, a good piece of bacon is pretty good, right? Get that wooden spoon. See, this is this is what we're talking about, people. We're talking about um how things have kind of been wrong. Dwayne, that is a requirement. All right now. This is what we want people to do. This is just sharing. Sharing is what? Sharing is caring. We want to make sure that we're giving some tips along the way and some things for people to think about in their own relationship. It's not that far fetched. Nobody said you had to turn up down and swing upside down. Now, if the pole works for you and you working it, do what you do. I used to say it all the time. Ain't nothing sexier than me to throw out some dollar bills in my own house and then pick them up and go out to eat. Watch out now. Y'all got to follow that now. That right there now. I'm just saying the belly dance is in my house with my woman. I can throw them dollars, but what's so sexy is we pick them up and we enjoy them dollars together because them other dollars that you throw going home with somebody else. These dollars, the investment stays well, Miss B, in the house. Take the time to do things for you. Give me a French mold. Okay, all right. Give me a French made outfit. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, now we doing it. Now we gotta get this the pole. Hey, work it. We gotta do what we gotta do. The Wayne when you do make it. You whisper something kindly. Okay, all right. So Didi letting it all out. Didi is letting it all the way out. Hey, this is just the dog, the way being the dog. I'm. We got to do what we do. Please work a poll. Hey, we got to do what we got to do. Right? Nobody wants to be in a relationship for the moment. By now, most of us that are single have all said, I'm tired of this BS. I need to figure it out. I need to find the right one, and you need to hold on to it. Now, you can learn from trial and error. You can learn from forums such as this. This is what we do. That's what I'm talking about, dog. hey, that's what it is. Hey, we got to do what we got to do. We got to do what we got to do. I'm just saying. I think that's the sexiest damn thing I witnessed was when you throw your dollars in your self house and all of the stuff that come after you throw the dollars, and then when it's all over with 2-3 hours later, you pick up them dollars and y'all go out to eat. Go get your bottle of wine. Go chill out. Or pick them dollars up and put them back in your pocket. Hey, okay. Y'all can say what you want to say. If you ain't experienced, I challenge you to try it. Tell me that ain't the sexiest shit ever when you pick them dollars up that you threw down because you know they still staying in your house. But no, we'll go out and get 1,000 ones and put them in the gun and shoot them in the air for everybody to see. And then next week we're worried about how we're gonna pay that bill. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself, people. Take care of the one who loving you, who doing you, who's moving you. Take care. A lot of stuff has been said tonight. Man, this out is even rolling with me by myself. A lot of stuff has been said tonight. A lot of tips. A lot of things have been given. A lot of secrets. We got to do what we got to do. I'm gonna rewatch this one a few times, putting some of this, put some of this work in tonight. Hey, see that's intentional, ladies. For all of you who didn't catch that, that's intentional. There was something that I heard from a lady that said, or a man that said, "Hey, this worked for me. Let me try that right there. Let me see if we can't add a little cayenne, a little, a little ghost pepper. We're gonna make it real hot. We're gonna get a little ghost pepper and put in there. We're gonna spice everything up because that's what we need to do. Ladies out there, raise your hand if you like boring. As they say in the church, everybody like boring with the sign of I. Everyone that responds say I, and I'm gonna see how many eyes come on the screen. Probably none. Probably none. But are there ladies out there and men out there that want to see spontaneity and want to see spice added and want to see effort? Then y'all make sure you put your stuff up there and do that. Yes, yes, yes. People, they lied when they say the game is to be sold, not told. Now we got to tell it. That's why they out there selling it. Just tell the truth. Shame the devil. That's what the old folks used to say in the Baptist church. Tell the truth, shame the devil. It's okay, people. Sexuality is a part of life. And that sexuality is sexuality. All right? Nobody here to judge nothing with. Sexuality is sexuality at the end of the day. How you portray it, how you use it. I think I remember one live Mz B said she can talk to a man and make him want it. She don't always have to put her body first. It's all about conversation. It's all about being interested in the person. It's all about understanding those cues and understanding what we've done. This is what life is about, people. This is what making your relationship moving from great to greater, moving from better to better. Hey, she said that mouthpiece is vicious. Oh, all right now, Mz B. All right now, vicious. Okay now. Okay, Mz B. All right now. What you really saying, Mz B? What you really saying? Hey, we got to do what has to be done. Hey, we got to do what has to be done, people. Simple things. We into the recap session. Let's see what we got today, people. It's hard for me to read, so let me see what we got. Jalations. It says be intentional in keeping your relationship spicy. All right, I got that one. I can see that one. Whenever you do it, it is where you do it at. That's what this is. Take the time to be creative and get to know your partner. Hey, how else are we going to do it? Hey, cease the moment. Didn't say take the moment. We're going to cease it, capture it. Yes, yes. Lingerie works both for him and her. Lingerie, I do know it's lingerie, but I like to say lingerie. Be intentional about finding things that turn your mate on. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It can't be wrong if you're doing it right. Put that one back up there twice, Mz B. Sexuality is sexuality. Yes, ma'am. It can't be wrong if you're doing it right. If you're putting in the time, the effort, and the work, it can't be wrong. It can be refined. It can be fine-tuned. It can be made better, but it can never be wrong. Let that one marinate a little bit. It can be better. Seize the moment. Capture. Seize it. Hold it. We got to do what we got to do to get to the next level, people. We got to do what we got to do to keep our sanity, to keep our relationship happy, to make our home happy, to make life the best it can be. That's what this is about. That's what this Real Talk session was about. It is also about championing the Quickie. Hey, bring the Quickie back. Ladies, Don't listen to them folk who told you that was a bad thing. And don't listen to Money Long telling you she can do this for hours. Now, no, 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 no. No, no. You don't have hours every day and hours and hours and hours. You don't have that every day. You got to have some spice. You got to seize the moment. You got to bring the quickie back. I'm pretty sure no men on here are having a problem with the quickie, but a lot of times there needed to be an explanation behind the quickie, right? The quickie is just not because that's all we want. The quickie is that's the time that's available, and the spontaneity and the animal magnetism between us just hit at that moment. And when it hit, I needed to jump on it. That's what it is. It has nothing to do with belittling you, ladies. It has nothing to do with demeaning you. It has nothing to do with, oh, I've heard it too, treating you like a whore, treating you like the little girl off the street or the side piece. Has nothing to do with that. It's all about seizing the moment. It's all about sharing what just happened between you two. Because in the quickie, it works both ways. The quickie, when it happens, you both want it. So it's not a one-sided thing. It is not. I'm learning from my mistakes, and this session helps. Hey, Lord, I told you, dog, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. It's a lot of things you can do in a quickie. Hey, switch it up. Hey, we didn't even go there. We didn't talk about other things that we'll probably get to next week. In that moment of taking the refrigerator to the bedroom, because after we get finished with that, there's all kind of things that happen that we're gonna talk about. We can talk about a lot, but we just gonna get from the refrigerator, from the kitchen to the bedroom. So Dwayne started us with some stuff. Q started us with a little bit. Q got everybody attention. Q said she got the heels and the bacon. When we get to this point, ladies and gentlemen, then we're moving. This show is consistently building upon building upon building upon building. And that's what this is about. This is about learned lessons. So let me say that, Lord, I had to learn too. I had to go through some stuff to figure it out. So it's a learning session for us. There's something that was said today that I had to make a little mental note. I said, oh, I ain't tried that. I got to try that right there. This is all about sharing information and talking about what's real. Therefore, all the tips. Like, thanks for the tips. Yes, we appreciate that. You gotta be, what is that? Careful of the bacon grease. Well, sometimes, if them heels right, you ain't never got to turn the eye on. You just got to stand there, Miss B. You just got to stand there if them heels right. It may not be any real cooking going on. We got to get to that point, people, where this is normal conversation in relationships. We got to get to that point, right? Ladies, when you're bad mama jammas, when you put it on. You know when you did it. When you set out to make sure that the man notices you. That needs to work both ways. Hey, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Make sure you like, click, and share. Make sure you go to the page and you turn your notifications on. I did talk to someone today who said, I'm not getting my notifications. Let's make sure those notifications are turned on. Want to make sure you know when we're going live. Ms. B does a great job. She usually puts it out about an hour and a half before. Of course, we share, make sure that it's shared on the page. We invite you to invite people to the page. We invite you to have girls' night and dudes' night out on Wednesday night from 7:30 to 8:30 and have a conversation. Hey, it is what it is. It is the original home of the BQB. Bring the quickie back, ladies. Put it back in your life. Put it back in your relationship. Add that as a tool in your tool belt for how you're going to keep things spicy. And it doesn't even cost a thing. That's the wonderful thing about it. It doesn't cost a thing. It could be 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. We got to do it the way we got to do it. When you're in it, you just in it. This happens. Animal magnetism, human magnetism, love, lust, all of those things come out in the course of having that quickie. There's so many emotions that lead up to it, and there's so many emotions that come after it. When those endorphins get to going and you get to really feeling each other, those things happen naturally. Um, it's been a real quick hour. It's been very informative. Ladies, y'all did it on this one, ladies. You put some stuff out there for us men to grasp on. Ladies, I hope we share some things with you and some of our ideas and some of our thought processes around the quickie, around when we smack you on the behind and those things. And we're not doing it to demean. We're doing it to show it as an expression of love. Sometimes it may be an expression that I just need what I need right now. Once again, this is Real Talk with Jay, without the K. We're in the dog pound, y'all. As you can see, we're in the dog pound. Thanks, Ms. B, for the wonderful logo. We are in the dog pound. We're having some serious conversations about stuff. Next week, stay tuned. Next week, refrigerator, from the refrigerator to the kitchen. From the refrigerator to the kitchen. Q, think about it all week. From the refrigerator to the kitchen. It's been real. It's been Real Talk with the dog. Kay will be back shortly. It's been the dog pound. I love it. I appreciate you, and we'll see you next week. Are you?